Hey guys, so nailed up FPV coming at ya. Got the Shuriken 180 from Holybro. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing, show you what what's all about. So, got this from Teeny Drones to test out, and I just thought I'd do a little video for you guys. Comes in a nice case. Ooh, there it is. Antenna, the Shuriken. Up in the top here, you got a little mounting plate that goes on the rear here to put your transmitter, receiver. Got a couple of bits and pieces, 3M, another battery strap. This is a cheat code sheet, so if stuff breaks down you can order straight away what you need, bolts and everything. Pretty cool. Got a warning, some extra 4-inch propellers, which by the looks of it seems similar to the DYS tri-blades. A manual. Manual's pretty good. There's a little bit of Chinglish, but it's not too bad. You need to install your own receiver, and the thing I think that's pretty cool is you've got a 25 or 600 milliwatt transmitter, and with these little pins here, and there's 2 pins with jumpers. You just switch both those jumpers down to the next pin, and it will. Right now it's on 600. You can switch it to 25. It's already on beta flight, ready to connect to clean flight. It's got the F3 processor inside. Got an 800 TV line rebranded Fat Shark sort of camera, so good quality there. 2.8mm lens. Holybro motors, which look like rebranded T motors. They are, just to clarify, they are 1806 2300s. It says the recommended battery is an 850 to 1000. 853S or 1004S. I'll be chucking on 1300s on this. That's what I have, so I'm going to try them. I have 1500 4S, but pretty sure they're not going to fit. So what else we got here? It says weight 240 grams. Almost ready to fly, and ready to fly it says 330 with a 1000 milliamp 3S pack and the receiver. It's got gyros and whatnot in there, which if you're going to be racing you don't need to worry about too much. What else we got? No, pretty good. So VTX, going to test it, but pretty simple. There's a button in this corner right here, and this will be showing you the band and the channel, which is pretty easy. You screw your antenna on here. Comes with a antenna. The antenna is bendable. It's a 4-leaf antenna, and it's heat shrink down right down to the nut, so you can actually spin it from the top and install it. Okay, so looking at the actual quad, it's injected molding hard plastic, which is pretty damn resistant, to be honest. The bottom is a not a fiberglass, but a silicone base, like a silicone chipboard, I guess. Seems like a fiberglass actually. This is supposed to be a heat shrink bash pad. Here we have some plastic bumpers on the front. It seems pretty cool. It's a really nice tight fit through the carbon. You've got a 2mm carbon top. Camera mount, camera's protected. You can put your GoPro, strap it on through here. It's got a nice little bit of gel there to hold on. XD60 connector. So yeah, pretty cool little machine. So I'm gonna go fly it. My opinion on this machine is that it would be suited for a beginner. Someone who would like to start to race, it's possible to race. I haven't tested it out in the field, but from the gear on it and the look. Seems like it's going to take quite a bit of a hit, so I'm going to test it as light as I can. USB's on the back here, just so I didn't say that before. So yeah, I think this is going to be like sort of a beginner race kit if you wanted to buy one, similar to sort of like the Vortex or the anyway, like a Vortex. Sort of buy it, take it out, plug it in, put your receiver, bind, and fly. So I'm going to go and test it out and do a little video. Okay, so here I've got the Shuriken. I just bound it to my receiver. The only thing I had to do was go into clean flight and bind. This is my auxiliary one to start the flight. The S-Bus receiver I installed just on the back here using that carbon fiber plate that I told you about before. There's 3 screws in here. You just mount them pretty easy on. This cable was already exiting out of the frame, which fits the S-Bus straight away. I just looped it around and under here, put the double-sided tape, stuck that down. I had a small Velcro strap, and I just ran the wires under and through. I'm not going to be going very far with this, so just slow proximity. Or small. I got to go slow with this because it's going to be a beginner model, right? I put zip ties just around the antennas, the antenna here, just to give it more stiffness. I don't want this to break on my first flight. So got a 1350 Pulse 3S. So I'll go ahead and I'll plug it up. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So hovering about 50% throttle. Let's do a punch out. I've done absolutely no PIDs with this, stock straight out the box. So the rates are pretty low, as to be expected for a beginner. It is on acro mode, not horizon mode. What you're hearing is probably the battery meter. Has got a beeper in there. Okay. So maiden flight, not too bad at all. So it has enough punch. Pretty cool. So as you can see in here, it's got F1, so that means I'm fat shark 1. So I'll go and grab my FPV goggles and have a quick flight with the FPV goggles, and I'll record that as well and show you guys. Okay, just to show you the battery, that's a 4S 1400. It will cover your LCD screen showing the band and channel. It just fits. If I take this one off, I put the 1300, which I think it's more suited for. You can see everything. I tried it on 4S, it's much better on 4S. 3S, you're 50% hovering and you're hitting 100% throttle all the time. in my style of racing. These are the ready-made RC 1500s. This just fits as well, but you're going to be squeezing everything in. So 1400 4S, this is the multi-star, that's probably your max. 1300s is probably a good size, I would say, if you want to do lots of punch outs. But yeah, it flies pretty good, not too bad. Had a couple of crashes, just dinged the propellers. The propellers won't last very long, you'll need to change them. But that's one thing, if you're not cracking propellers, you're not flying fast enough. Okay, so some final thoughts. Me personally would be running this on 4S only. I'm used to 4S now. For the beginner, 3S, I'd probably recommend personally a 3S 1300 milliamp battery. The 1000 is probably going to give you about a 4-minute flight time depending on how you go. The 1300, it got me a 4-minute flight time at pushing it hard, so beginners would probably get near 6 minutes, I would imagine, on this setup, if they're flying, just cruising around doing their normal things. Yeah, flexi propellers, so I would probably put on a set of dowel props, or just go and buy yourself a bunch of propellers, because nearly every crash I did, which was a couple of them in the backyard there, the propellers did bend. The antenna did bend, I bent it back, seems in good shape. I hit the tree at one point, and no damage at all, just bounced off, perfect. I like the way the camera angle's pretty good. Like, for me right now, it's I could go a bit more angle, but for a beginner, you know, you can really put that angle near flat, but you don't want it flat, you want a little bit of angle. Up to intermediate angle, I would say, even fast. You can fly this fast with that angle. You might be looking at the ground just a little bit more. That's not a problem. Yeah, so these little motors screamed on 4S. On 3S, not too bad at all. Cool little piece of kit, you know. You grab it out of the box, you whack your receiver on, you bind it on clean flight, and you just set in your Tyrannus your arm switch, and plug a battery on, select the frequency through this little hole here. I just changed the band and frequency, long hold for the band, and channels short press. Really simple, and rock and roll. So pretty cool. Shuriken 180 from Holybro. So thumbs up, pretty cool stuff. Love the case too, look. Boonk. Doonk. Well, gonna have to take the antenna off for sure. But yeah, nice.
get ready to ignite. You were such a PYT, catching all the lights. Just easy as ABC, that's how we make it right. The